Skillet seared prime New York steak. It's going to be amazing. Here's how it goes. Okay, here's our ingredients today. We have this beautiful USDA prime cut of New York. It's beautiful. It has great marbling in it. I just picked it up at the meat market. We're going to season this with some cracked black pepper and some sea salt. And I'm not a real fan of sauce with my steak, but my wife is. So usually if I'm planning a steak dinner, then I need to plan some type of a sauce. So I'm gonna make a sauce for you as well. We're gonna do a little mustard sauce. So I have a little stone ground mustard, about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Here's about a tablespoon of some fresh chopped garlic. We also have about a tablespoon of some butter and a little bit of beef base here, and then about a half cup of cream. And then we also have a little bit of the olive oil or avocado oil that we're going to use. And then this is a little bit of brandy, about a third cup, which we're going to use to deglaze the pan. And that's the ingredients, so let's get this show started. All right, here we go. Well, first I'm gonna season my beautiful prime New York here with a little oil, some sea salt, and some cracked black pepper. So I'm just gonna give this a little bit of touch of oil on this side. And I'm just gonna massage this in. Add a little bit of sea salt. I like my steak a little heavily seasoned, so I usually go a little heavier on the salt than normal. Cracked black pepper. Just give that a little bit of love. Flip it. Another little douse of oil. Rub that in. Sea salt again. And the pepper. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute or so before I put it on the pan. I'm gonna put the fire to my pan now. I want it to get nice and hot before I put my steak on. And add just a little touch of avocado oil. You can see this thing is starting to smoke, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the steak on. Now I don't want to touch this until it's ready to flip, so I'm just gonna leave it sit there. It's gonna do its thing. It's gonna come nice and brown and crispy on the bottom. We're just gonna let that go. Don't turn it until you're ready to turn it. Okay, this bad boy is ready to flip, so I'm just going to go ahead and bring it over to the other side. Nice char, a little bit of nice crunch on there. It's beautiful. I'm going to add a little bit of butter. What I'm going to do is start to baste this steak with this butter. I'm going to throw a couple sprigs of rosemary in here just to enhance the flavor a bit. I'm just going to continue to baste my steak. Okay, so this is cooked nicely on the outside. It has a nice char on either side. It's not cooked in the center though. So I'm going to stick it in about a 200-degree oven for a couple minutes before I pull it out to rest. I'm going to get these sides nice, char on those. And I'm going to pull this off and put it on a small sheet pan and pop it in the oven just for a moment. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started on my sauce now. So I pulled the steak out and stuck it in the oven just to chill out for just a little bit. I still have all of these remnants in the bottom of the pan here. I took the rosemary out, but there's also some little pieces of rosemary which I'm going to keep in here. So I'm going to start by just another little touch of oil. And I'm going to add my shallots. I'm just going to give this a little bit of mix, and I'm going to let those shallots start to brown a bit. I'm going to go ahead and add this cognac. Whew. That was a nice little flame. I'm going to add a little more butter to this pan. Right, so in goes the garlic, in goes the Dijon mustard, in goes the stone ground mustard, in goes a little beef base, I'm going to salt this a little bit, but not too much because the beef base has sodium in it. I'm going to go ahead and add this cream. Give that a good stir. This is going to pick up all those nice crispy little chunks at the bottom of the pan that the fat from the steak left behind. I'm just going to go ahead and let that simmer. Okay, so I pulled the steak off and I'm going to let it sit here and rest for about 10 minutes and then we'll cut into it. My sauce is finished and wow, it's beautiful. Okay, so my steak is rested for 10 minutes and I'm going to slice into it and let's see how we did. Beautiful, medium rare. Beautiful juices. Let's go ahead and plate this. So there you have it, skillet seared prime New York steak with Dijon mustard cream sauce. Let's give it a taste. Cooked perfectly. Nice charred, crusty outside edge. Beautiful, rare to medium rare. I'm going to give it a dip. Cheers. The meat is so tender. I can taste that marbling of the fat in there, which has just kept it so moist and tender. This sauce is amazing. My wife's gonna love it. Little grainy mustard, creaminess. I can taste that rosemary that we used, the garlic, the shallots. Amazing. And that's how that one goes. Thanks for watching the video, everyone. If you like the content, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we can all go on this crazy journey together.